Good morning, everyone. This is April with Creative Miss April, and I have to show you a project that I worked on last night. I was over at Jen with Sprinkles' house, and we had a craft night. I should also say it was an 8-hour craft night, and I got a lot accomplished. My goal was I'm doing a scrapbook for my trip to Alaska. And I wanted to do something different because usually, like a lot of scrapbookers, you just put everything in the album, you mount it, you add a few die cuts, you journal, that's it. Well, since Jen has gotten me addicted, and I say that with all the love in the world, to Tim Holtz products, I figured I am going to break them all in and do tags. So these are some of the tags I made. I had a Today stamp that I got from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance a while ago, and I knew exactly what I was going to use it for. So it was my little journaling box, and then I have the Tim Holtz clock stamp, and then I used some sparkle, and I love that. I believe some of these I'm not going to remember what I used for inks because it was a little crazy last night to remember. But I believe I used the marigold and the mustard seed on this to distress it. So that's one of them. Another one is this fresh seasoned popcorn. And it's pretty plain. I did get a baby wipe and get it all wet. And then I wiped off the popcorn and made that white again, or a shade of white. And when I was in Alaska, I tried Chicago style popcorn for the first time, fell in love with it, and I have a picture and information and everything about that I want to do. So that was fun. This tag, I know they're going really out of order, but this is as I'm remembering them. This was for my trip home. It was a very long trip, but I think I can get everything I want to in just this one little box. And just a standard little tag with Today. I didn't put any stamps on it except for the Today stamp for journaling. Just because I wanted to have some sort of, very plainness that I like to do, but also, I feel that the distress inks and the stamp in itself is something that I normally do not do. So I wanted to leave something somewhat, plain. I did add this lime green ribbon. I know you can't see it, but it really complements the orange and the yellows in this. One of the days that I was there, I went shopping. So Jen had a stamp, a day without shopping is a day lost. And while I was there, I went to Joann's, and they had a sale, so I got some stuff. So she was right, a day without shopping. And I just added a very transparent black ribbon to that. I tried to complement the colors and kind of offset it with a different color ribbon. I think this was supposed to be my day 2. The cameras, I love the cameras. I got these, they were in my haul video from Alaska, and I just adore these. The cameras, they're very old-fashioned. They did come with Paris and the Champs-Élysées and all that. These colors, I have to say that this tag was not one of my favorites, only because I didn't like the way I blended it. It was my first tag I've ever blended, I believe. I could be wrong on... No, I did one other, but this one I used Tim Holtz's 2012 summer ink, so it was the pink and green, which the pink is very fluorescent, and it was just very muted. So I may go back in and touch it up and try to add more color and brightness to it. And yeah, that's that one. While I was there, I was at a bachelorette party, and one of the jokes is her fiance, now husband, has a major mustache. So I thought this was funny. You know, the bachelorette party stamp, the My Stash that I borrowed from Jen. Us ladies have a little joke about teacups. So, teacups and drinking. So I found a stamp going through Jen's amazing stamp album, which I think she should do a video on it, because this is the most amazing, incredible thing. And I mean, I'm sure tons of people have the idea of putting this together, but Jen, can you put a video together of the album for the stamps, because it's genius. Anyway, back to this. I did use a fun stamp, and I did use some little gems at the bottom. This one, I have to say, may be one of my favorites. This is for the wedding, and it was, I can't remember what stamps I used. I know I used the sapphire. Oh, I used the sapphire in the mustard seed, and I used some of the stamps. And this one says, "True friendship is seen through the eyes," or seen through the heart, not through the eyes. And I had another little heart stamp, and I put some glitter on it, some red glitter to give it some bling. And this is for the day that they got married. So I know I can, it's not going to be enough journaling tags, which I'll probably do other journaling boxes throughout the day, but this is just the introductory page. Another one I did was this one. This was the chipped sapphire. And I can't remember which shade of orange I used. I know I used the darker one. So I did that, and I put the stamp at the bottom. This one is a Tim Holtz stamp, and I am so sorry, I cannot remember the name of it, but it's beautiful. And I did this, just stamped it over on the side. I did add some silver glitter just to give it some sort of sparkle. And I don't, like, I know what some of these days are going to be for, but I'm going to just kind of go through my album and see when I start making it. This one I know, I think is going to be day 2. I did the, as you can see, I did the tag sideways. I've been switching them up which ways I'm going to have them. And one of the tricks that I learned while scrapbooking, and I know it's such a cliche, but when people look at their book, they look at it in a C. So they start in the top right hand corner and they look around in the shape of a C. So, you know, I wanted to have the tags in different layouts so you could see that. And I had used the Tim Holtz butterflies. I was very conservative, and I only used the silver glitter, you know, here and there. So it's not overpowering, but it just gives it a little something more. And I'm gonna put a little description of the day. This is the only tag that I really knew what I was doing with. This is my departure date, which you can see I used the K & Company Smashbook stamper there with the date. And then Jed had the Eat, Drink, and Be Merry. Well, my trip was so stressful that, you know, something crazy happened. I basically got 2 free drink vouchers, and I drank because it was so horrible. I'm very happy that I can see this in the video, but I kind of did all my destinations that I was, or all my stops that I was at. I do have, Jen gave me a little Alaska cutout from Calico, the Calico kit. or Studio Calico. Sorry, my mind, I just woke up from a night of crafting with Jen, so I'm exhausted. But she gave me a little wooden block, so I'm going to put it right there where Alaska is. But, you know, I live in Massachusetts. I flew out of New York, flew into Michigan, flew into Utah, flew into Alaska. So I made sure that, you know, I put some glitter on those places, so, you know, it would kind of set it off. And that's that tag. And I offset it with a pretty blue ribbon. This one, I'm not really sure. I know I'm going to have to do more to it because I'm not happy. This was a day that we went out on a boat glacier tour and we saw whales. I think what I'm going to do is just add some more distress ink, maybe in blue under here. Yeah, I know every time someone does a craft, they're like, there's just one page or one thing that just they're not happy with. This is mine for last night, but, you know, I can fix that up. And then the final one that I did, this is also one of my favorites. I used the Concord grape and the mustard seed yellow. And I put them together and distressed it. I put that stamp that I used before, but this time I only did one small bit of silver on the stem. And this, I don't remember what I'm using it for, but I was just very happy with everything that came out. You know, I'm so happy with everything that I used, all the Tim Holtz products that I used last night. I adored them. So thank you, Jen, for getting me addicted to them. And one last thing I was gonna, you know, do. Last night when I was talking to Jen, we were talking about stamp storage and how does she do it, and, you know, what's her tricks of the trade. Well, one of the things that I bought a while ago, let me kind of zoom out. I got this bin, and you may see it online. Let me try to, sorry, I'm trying to get the other pocket that supposedly goes with it. Sorry about that. So this is what it looks like in the ad. And I got that, and I got some refill pages. But, you know, I store all my stamps. I do have to catalog them and stamp on the front. And maybe, you know, today or tomorrow, seeing that today is practically, you know, almost over, seeing I got up so late. But, you know, if you want to leave me a message of how you, like, store your stamps. I mean, I also have a very big bin full of the wooden block ones. So leave me a message, leave me a comment how you do it. I would be so interested. If you've posted a video of how you store your stamps, that would be great too. Hint, hint to Jen. But anyway, have a great day, everyone, and I will show you more stuff coming soon.